Let's do a mini soul contract reading for Notorious B.I.G. I'm going to be doing 3 minor expression numbers for him. So we'll do Biggie, Biggie Smalls, and Notorious B.I.G. Let's start with his given name, Christopher George Latour Wallace. He was born May 21st, 1972. He has a life path 9, a destiny number 9, a soul urge number 1, a personality number 8, and a maturity number 9. Right off the bat, we have 3 9s, 2 8s. Let's jump in. He has an interesting chart because we've got Biggie, which is one of the minor expression numbers. This is the communication. So this is where he definitely came to be of service. Let's look at the life path number. It's the humanitarian. We've got the humanitarian showing up in 3 places here, and 2 of those places are in the cornerstone soul point. So it is a pretty big theme that is woven throughout his life path. This is the empathetic person. The 9 is like the person at the top of the hill, kind of like the guide. You know, they hold the frequency of all the numbers that come before them. So they take all of their experience and mastery and they turn around and they come in to serve others. So they're sharing their wisdom and their knowledge and their mastery. So they draw people to them. Their whole life is all about pulling people in so that they are able to be in service. They are storytellers. They have empathy. They understand. They get it. The 9 sees all of it because they've experienced all of it. In the shadow for the 9 in the life path, addicted to drama, having a martyr mindset, escapism through excess, emotional codependency. I do see a little bit of that shadow in him. If we look at, you know, his life, I do see that there was some shadow there. He did embody the 9 fully. His music was cultural therapy. It was there to give a voice to what was actually happening, where we had not to this point really been able to see into some of these communities and cultures. So he was kind of one of the first that was able to do storytelling in this format where we could kind of get into the feel of the life that he led. He definitely lived the experience and turned it into legacy, which we do see that 8 for the Notorious B.I.G., and his personality number is an 8. So there was a definite drive and a desire to build legacy because the 8 is the powerhouse. It's all about abundance, money mastery, like physical dollars coming in, like mastery over money, holding power, but like being responsible with that power. So if you're not in a balanced state or you're working in the shadow, you're going to be greedy. You're going to be like, that's all you're focused on. It's going to be distorted in some way. But if you are balanced, working in the light, then it's like you're building something long lasting that will continue to live on for years after you die, for generations after you die. And I definitely see a lot of that, like the impressions that he left on the generation of the now when he lived, and the generations that have come after him and that will continue to come, that are finding his music and just celebrating him as one of the first greats to do this. Look at his destiny number. It's also the 9. This is the, you know, creative visionary. They're healers. They're, you know, messengers, basically. They're taking their knowledge and turning it around and sharing it. So I would definitely say that he carried the 9 well here in the light. He was definitely working in the light. Now his soul urge is a 1. The 1 is, oh, I love the 1s because they're just kind of like balls out. They don't care about anything it's like they don't know that there's stuff around them. They move to the beat of their own rhythm. They do not look around for people that have done it before them. They're here to pave the way. They are innovative and creative and forward thinking, and they're not looking at the outer world to inform them. They're actually the ones that are creating the things that influence other people. So 100%, he was in alignment, working from the highest expression in his soul urge, in the 1. Visionary leadership. He's like, you know, he's out there. He's like created a style that nobody had, and really nobody can really be compared to him since. Now, his maturity number is a 9. Okay, he was 23 when he died, so he was nowhere near his maturity number. So we won't even go into that because that is a 9, but we've already gone over what the 9 is. His minor expression number is a 3 for Biggie. So he originally had the name Biggie Smalls, but it was apparently being used by somebody else. So due to legal issues, he had to change his name. So he changed it to Notorious B.I.G. We still know him as Biggie Smalls. The Notorious B.I.G., that was the name that he used until his death, like officially. And we just called him Biggie for short. Biggie for short would be 3. That's the communicator. Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G., is the powerhouse. So he absolutely was working in his highest expression. The powerhouse is all about presence, frequency, brand legacy, building those things that future generations would benefit from. In the shadow, they're image obsessed. They are ego driven. They're control freaks. They're workaholics. I would say this definitely gave him access to empire energy. And this is, this is what he had until he died. So I definitely think he was living in his highest expression. It is really sad that we didn't see what he was to become, but in the short amount of time that he was here, he definitely left a legacy behind, not just with his catalog, but with his influence, with his wordsmithing, with his music, with the sound, with the storytelling. And the world was definitely better for him being here. Terrible that he had to go so early, because can you imagine the music he would have made if he was still around? Holy shit. That's it for Notorious B.I.G. If you want to get your own reading, I can do a mini soul contract reading like this for you, or you can do a comprehensive reading with 17 soul points. Message me and I'll send you the info. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.